Islam was peace and love. Again, this is your brother Wasim Mubarak Bava. I come to you in peace. I mean no affliction or any harm to anybody's paradigm. And I'm not one to deal with the naysayers or any type of backlashing when it comes to demonstrating truth. For I know the demonstration which I just uploaded maybe a couple of hours ago, that it has already garnered many views, is right and exact. One of the comments was that I was speaking pseudoscience, and I don't have any proof of the demonstration. So first, I would like to just highlight that what you think is a courtroom may not be a courtroom. If you look into a Black's Law definition of what court is, you may see that it's not what you believe it to be. But I'm not here to decipher what courtroom is for you. What I'm here to tell you is that the individual in there deliberating within what is a courtroom is a magistrate. It's not a judge. With that being said, allow me to define in a Black's Law, 4th edition, what a magistrate is. Magistrate, person clothed with power as a public civil officer. State ex rel. Miller versus McLeod. A public officer belonging to the civil organization of the state and invested with powers and functioning which may be either judicial, legislative, or executive, but the term is commonly used in a narrower sense, designating in England, used in a narrower sense, designating in England a person entrusted with the commission of peace, and in America, one of the class of interior judicial officers, such as justices of the peace. You know, the person that you have to go down to get a license to become married. But I digress. And police justices. That's Martin versus State. A magistrate is an officer having to issue a warrant or arrest of a person charged with a public offense. So we already deciphered a certificate, and I don't know if you remember the definition of certificate said that a certificate is also a warrant. So can you see the racketeering and corroboration going on within what you believe to be a judicial system, which is fraudulent because it's de facto, right, based off an act which took place in 1871, you know, which was on the back of Seen a Day, which happened in 1861 when Congress adjourned Seen a Day. But again, I digress. So let us now decipher what the court in which the magistrate operates in is really defined as. So the reason why the quote-unquote tactic, which is a lawful remedy for people who understand just a little bit of law, not even very much you need to understand of law, but just a little bit to understand why asking for a delegation of authority order would be the proper remedy to fix your situation. Because when the Supreme Court was founded, right, they were given certain authority, right? right? And one of the authorities is to issue delegations of authority, meaning you delegate the authority that you have as a body down to a lower entity, thus asking these magistrates, right, because they are the ones who are over these venues that are the ticket issuing entities, right? So just when you traveling on the road, right, and these policy enforcers stop you and they say, hey, license registration, yada yada yada, and issue your citation, right, bill of exchange, bill of attainder, which they can't issue or create verse, like I told you in Constitution Article 1, Section 10, right? It says they can't do it, right? So now they give you these documents, right, and act as if they're lawful. But again, they're not lawful because the Constitution, which is the binding contract, says that they can't do such things. So a lot of these venues, which are at just administrative venues, right, which don't have delegation of authority orders, are these things: magistrate courts. In American law, courts in the state of South Carolina having exclusive jurisdiction in matters of contract of and under $20. So a dollar, if you were to look up the etymological meaning of the word, would be defined as a gold or silver coin, right? Notice how I have the goddess all set, right? Gold or silver coin is a dollar because the word comes from Yoakum's dollar, right? So under $20. A local court in the city of Philadelphia possessing the criminal jurisdiction of police court and civil jurisdiction in actions involving not more than $100. It is not a court of record. So the comment was, show your proof more. Why don't you have anything to show? More, I have stuff to show. And this was early when I really wasn't even sending things off on legal 8x14 paper, right? And I still got remedy in these courts, right? Some of the dates are April 23rd, 2014, right? I don't, listen, I'm a private person. You need to understand that there's a difference between public and private. Again, just please know that articles were sent out. If you're doing the work, you know what these green items are, right? If you're not maintaining your records, you're not an adept. You're not an adult in your affairs, and you show no competency. So thus, I show you records, which if you can see, it dates to 2015. That's just one, right? Because I've had run-ins with these bodies, not currently while I'm domiciled here locally, but as I travel back and forth to the Fayetteville territory, I did have run-ins with these said individuals because, as I mentioned in the other video, I received a gatekeeping document. So Moors, this is just a quick video to show you proof. So this is a printed out, these are what they consider quote unquote tickets out here, right? They just print out whatever they want to and issue it to you, right? Because they accept people to buy into the fraud. But unless you know better, you can't do better. So I don't really appreciate ill-directed energy, which is unnecessary to the person's progress, nor is it necessary for my progress. But I was happy to be afforded the opportunity to come back to you as a brother and show you proof that there is lawful remedy to be had in the application of your inherent rights. But again, if you're not within your proper person, meaning honoring your foremothers and forefathers, which first needs to take place here within your heart, because that's the only place you can meet Allah, right? This type of activity is really not for you, and you will be easily steered away from demonstrating that which is right and exact. One, in your heart, and two, in your mind, right? But man is mind, so you might want to recognize it there within the matrix that exists up here first. So I'm your brother Wasim Mubarak Bava, coming to you again just to demonstrate some more truth and not to be confrontational, because I don't need to be confrontational. Again, I was asked to present something to the people, and I hope the people actually see it for what it's for. So, peace and love, Moors. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I probably won't make another video again for a while, but maybe not, because GS got something in the works for me. Okay, peace and love.